first Friday of August. I hope you have been keeping safe. We are here yet again to look at the news from a different angle. Emmanuel Inonda is here with us. Inonda.
As usual, as equal.
Yeah. And you brought someone with you?
I brought someone with me. She's here with me. She's looking at me.
Is she?
So, I bet she'll introduce herself.
Yeah. You know your wife is watching and you're telling her you brought someone. Bruh.
But
Yeah, Mr. Chalagat is on the show as well. So remember, all your comments, all your opinions on the story that we are having tonight can be shared on TV47 Kenya on Facebook, TV47 KE on Twitter. Guys, what are your Twitter handles?
let's start with them, Geni. Yeah.
Oh, mine. N_Chela with an R at the end. Like short for Chelagat, but with an R at the end.
All right, okay. Inonda.
Okay, mine is at E Inonda. E-I-N-O-N-D-A. Yeah.
Remember, guys, you can call in live as well. The numbers are on the bottom right of your screen. And we can start the show, yeah? It is interesting that this show began just 3 days after the first case of coronavirus in Kenya was announced. Now, then, right here on this show, we predicted that there will be a new breed of billionaires before the pandemic came to an end. 5 months into it, guys, and billions have actually been lost. Inonda, you were here when we were discussing coronapreneurs, the very episodes, zile za kwanza.
Them days.
And it's here, it's happening.
Yeah, I told you. Then you called me a prophet of, was it Zoom or Doom?
No, not a prophet of Zoom, come on.
You gave me a title. You called me a prophet of Zoom, Doom, whatever. Then fast forward, we had a 4 million tea and Mandazi. Right now, so many people have got high-end cars from the corona money. So it's happening, and we are here to see more. The moment the cases hit 100,000, we'll have seen more, because our friends, the foreigners, will be chipping in and bringing in more money. So the looting spree will be the higher end. So I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised. I don't know if any of us are. Yeah, but Laura,
you should be surprised.
Why should we be surprised?
You personally, you.
Why?
Because you didn't see it coming when I told you.
You were giving these people benefit of doubt.
Tracy, she's on record saying that Kenyans are sane people. They cannot loot money meant for the sick. They cannot loot money meant for the sick. So nashanga unageuza.
Laura, were you shocked?
No, I actually expected this to happen way earlier. I don't know why it took so long.
Really?
I'm not kidding. This should have happened the first week. We get over it, we move on to other things, because we knew they were going to steal. Didn't we?
I think it really hurts, yeah, for Kenyans to think that we have actually accepted that these people are just going to come and steal our money and there's nothing we're going to do about it. You know that?
So it seems the motto of the Kenyan leader, for you to be a Kenyan leader, you must be corrupt.
Really? I don't know some of these tactics being used, Laura, yeah, to try and defraud people. Have you seen any stories on the social media platforms how people have actually been trying to get hold of these COVID-19 monies?
So I don't even know where to start from. So first of all, they told us the PPEs were being produced locally, right?
Yeah.
This was supposed to revive the manufacturing industry.
Yeah.
And all that hulabaloo they told us. Didn't we all know that was going to be a scam, though?
Well,
because Kenya.
Where are the masks? We did. Have you received any free masks? Any of you?
We cannot produce
20 bob, guys.
We cannot produce
I don't have 20 bob.
We cannot produce a matchbox, a matchstick. So how are we going to produce a PPE? That is a lie.
But they showed us videos of,
those
factories and.
Do you remember?
And I feel like, guys, we are fueling it as well, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna show people receiving donations and not actually follow up, and know. Especially, I have seen this online, the kits that were donated by Jack Ma. At some point, someone said they actually paid for them, and it leaves you wondering, What is going on, Kenyans? I don't know.
You remember?
Who bewitched us?
After Jack Ma had donated the kits and all that stuff to Africa, Kenya to be specific, a week later, we had a circus at the Camry. They said we've run out of kits and all this stuff. Yet Jack Ma had brought so many of them in millions. So you wonder with the kind of country we are living in, because the moment you get a donation, there we go, someone else is trying to buy them and sell them in the private hospitals, private whatever, clinics, all that stuff. So right now, the probability of you being a COVID-19 positive in a private clinic is 90% when you go for a test. Then they'll have to retain you. So you wonder, is it a true test or whatever? Then it's linked the corruption that we have here. So Jack Ma tried his best, but he knew anapelekea mafisi. Africa and Kenya in general are hyenas.
When you call it mafisi, you know, I really hurt because
they eat the eaten.
Wow.
Yeah, they eat from the. You see, someone is ill, someone is sick, but someone else still will continue and steal from that particular person. That's why I'm calling them the hyena. They eat even from the eaten.
And you know, let's talk about quarantine centers. Laura, I don't know what your next destination is, but our airports were opened. Madagascar is for people who want the QR and the penguins, you know that.
Or maybe Tanzania.
Whatever her first destination is going to be. Quarantine centers for these people who are actually flying in here. There has been a directive that was issued earlier on that said people who are going to come from some specific countries are not going to be put in quarantine. And we have actually seen these people being held in quarantine centers. Laura?
You know, the worst thing about it is I think it's better if they are straightforward with people. You know, if you're going to put me in a quarantine center, let me know from the start that I'm going to pay for it. You know, I think we've seen enough cases of people held in quarantine centers. Then at the end of it, you are slapped with the bill.
Well,
you know,
it
you have 100,000
if you have enough money, Laura, to fly out, what is a few more
Listen,
extra thousand?
The moment it said we are going to have, these people are not going to go to quarantine, it was a trap to bring ile pesa iko nje. So that when these Kenyans come in, they are quarantined and anatoa ushuru ile nyako analipa akiwa nje. So many Kenyans flew in, then here again unaingia airport, pandishwa bus NYS, unapelekwa quarantine. So that's Kenya for you. You shouldn't be surprised.
And then
everything they say is opposite.
There's also the issue of COVID certificates. I think that is one of the most useless steps we took as a country. Okay, I'm going to blame them because I wasn't there when they were making that decision.
They didn't ask you. They should have called you to ask.
Yes, like how did that make any sense to any of them? Because you'll give me a certificate now, then especially for matatu drivers, I feel like it's very unfair to ask them to take the certificates.
It's nonsensical because
they took the certificates. What about the passengers?
Yeah. After taking the certificate, does it mean that certificate will protect you from getting COVID and spreading COVID if you have?
So you get it in the morning, then you contract the virus
so it's just
in the evening.
A ploy to get more money from this suffering. I'm telling you, they eat the eaten. Yeah. So
and I am hoping that we will get to a point where we will be seeing sanity. We keep hoping, guys, because at the end of the day, when we have this attitude where we are imagining, no, we are not imagining, we actually know that these people are going to take the money. I don't know what to do. What should we do next?
You know, when we talk about this, I usually just feel my shoulders go, what else is there to do? Anyway, it's our fault. We put them there.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Next time
you reap what you sow.
I don't know, but I feel like the voting and the leaders there that don't. It's not a voting problem because we have put in people before who are not necessarily corrupt, and then 2-3 years down the line, they have already been put into the.
They were wearing the skin, the ile ngozi ya nini, like condor, but they are not condors. So
no, when you say kigeugeu, you stand the chance of being misinterpreted. Are you saying what you're saying?
Do you understand the word kigeugeu? Do you know what it means?
Well,
that is exactly what it means.
Jaguar sang one
the
of
shoe fits.
Jaguar is one of the artists who sang Kigeugeu.
Let's call you Cinderella.
The Stare MP, so Kigeugeu. Yeah.
Well, I really hope that we will be seeing at least some of these people being brought to book. I hope Waluke was not just the first person to
Which book?
Do
you mean the Bible they go to church every Sunday to read?
The problem is we bring them to the book and then the dog eats the book.
Yeah. So don't mention the book. Specify which book.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna move away, guys. Yeah, do not steal COVID-19 money, guys. You know it's mannerless, for lack of a better word. Now, a palatial home located in Ruiru, Kiambu County, has become the topic of spooky stories that appear to be taken straight out of a Hollywood horror movie script. Laura, you are following up on this
Wait,
one.
Why are you targeting me? Is it because I'm a Kisi? Is that it?
Whoa, let's start there. Let us start there.
Anyway, now that we are here, I'm of the opinion they give me like 3 months CV in that house, rent free. Then I'll tell you guys.
If the house is actually haunted. I don't know.
Even so, people are trying to Photoshop. We're trying to compare the photos of an owl and that house, design a Kuleju. And then they say, okay, this is Nini for Freemason, whatever, the devil worshipping. So it has so many stories. But Tracy, if you are given that house to stay in, let's say, for a year without trying to do,
I think I would. I do not believe in spooky
Me too,
things.
I would do that until I meet the devil with it.
I think we need to look
I
into you
think we are
guys.
idle, yeah, because even looking at some of the things some of the comments that we have seen on the social media
why is it
platforms, yeah?
deserted?
Sorry?
Why is it deserted?
Because of the
know.
rumors.
I
So
think we should all go.
there's also a rumor that there's a group of guys that went to that house. Then they got in and found one of the rooms was, I think one of the units was furnished. Then when they opened the drawers, according to rumors, spoons and pans and pots
Of course, if you
start
open
flying around.
if you open
and
the
it's
drawer-
like a style.
Guys,
if you open the drawer and
That's so
Nguvu,
cool.
Tracy, if you open the drawer and Nguvu, the spoons will go down, of course.
Kama ziko
Definitely.
zimepangwa, you so many and then you're gonna fall out.
As it was Mepango, so it reminds me of
dramatic.
some house in my village at home when we were still young, a few decades ago, Kenda Nursery School. There was a deserted house at the neighborhood. So no one would use that route. Until later, after high school, someone came and started living there. Now say, okay, so that's the Shetani people.
And now that person becomes the Shetani.
The Shetani.
Really?
But then again,
I think it's important that we stop being superstitious. I thought that this is an old people thing until it's the guys on Twitter who are actually having such banter around
But
a
Tracy,
haunted
let me
house.
ask you,
Why would-
if you went into that house and that happened to you, what would you do?
I don't know.
the what?
You
The
know me,
spoons.
I'd just
I would
fly
get
out
out.
on a broom.
I would get out Laura
just like-
and never tell her. So because you are imagining those spoons and cups are
It's
gonna come
it's the
looking
same
for
thing
you.
people say when you go to Mombasa, unakutana na mashetani, the cats. Trace, you've gone to Mombasa before. Have you ever met one? Huh?
I've seen cats in
No.
Mombasa. I
But-
just don't know if it was a cat or Abdallah.
Have they hurt you, nor scared you, or done anything? No. So, ni story tu watu wanafikiria.
Ni story.
But anyway, why would Satan live in Ruiru?
Of all places,
all
with all that
places.
does.
What? I didn't see that one coming in on
Why would
that.
Satan live in Ruiru in a deserted house?
Wait, you know,
Yet Satan targets good people. And good people don't live in that deserted house.
like give me a minute, give me a minute. This threw me completely off. Where would Satan
Very
rather
certain
live?
little people.
Where would he rather live in underwear?
Why
I
would
don't know,
Satan?
maybe Lord, why it's hotter.
Mbona
I mean, it's
kwa nini
Satan.
Satan atumie vitu za Chinese like Thika Road to go to Ruiru and stay there?
I didn't see that one coming. I hope guys will stop being, will become less superstitious.
Ruiru
Yeah?
people stand with your houses. Don't let people take you down in the name of Satan.
No, one of
whatever.
them should go in there with the camera.
I know, yeah?
In fact, this is
We should
Kenya's
actually do an
opportunity
experiment, guys,
to
yeah?
make a horror film.
Actually, could have done this show from that house.
I know,
Now
yeah?
we're speaking. Now we're speaking. I'll be holding the gate
but-
for you guys.
With extra lights.
Guys, now let us go to something a little bit more serious here. Now, a massive explosion rocked the Lebanese capital of Beirut on Tuesday evening, leaving at least 135 people dead, thousands injured. You know what caused this explosion?
Okay, this explosion, when I was watching the videos, whoever was taking that video was so many meters away, close to a kilometer. He had just zoomed the video in. But then when this explosion happened, the blast happened, this guy with the video fell down vibaya kabisa, meaning the impact reached there and passed. Wanasema it was more than 10 kilometer radius. 10 kilometer radius, Tracy, it means the whole of Nairobi city. Let's say from Nairobi, CBD, all the way to Roysambu, those who are using Thika Road, that's 10 kilometers. So you can imagine at that distance, the impact of that explosion.
Yeah.
We are being told is ammonium nitrate.
And Laura, you told me something very interesting when we were in the newsroom earlier. Ammonium nitrate is used as what?
Fertilizer.
So,
Which begs
wait.
the question, in this country, just how much ammonium nitrate do we have and how do we store it? Because this is not the first explosion to happen.
Yeah.
It has happened before. It has killed thousands of people. I think this is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call for everybody, because it's not just Lebanon that got affected by this. Of course, we have other nationals working there. The country is in the middle of an economic crisis, the COVID-19 crisis. You can imagine just how badly it has hit them. And it's only a matter of time before it gets to us if we don't, if we don't take care of it right now.
You know, I was
So,
following
the
the
Lebanon
story in Nonda, yeah? I was following on that story that you want to talk about, yeah? The story of how ammonium nitrate actually got to be locked up in a warehouse at the airports, and it got me wondering, the Kenya Ports Authority, our local scenario, I don't know how safe we are. I don't know if we are holding contraband goods. I don't know.
Something like ammonium nitrate in tons shouldn't be stored in a port. A place that is not secure. These products are stored in such quantities, are stored in military camps, zile ziko mbali na city, protected area. No one is allowed there. It's a protected whatever, because it's highly explosive. You saw the way it brought down the city, Beirut, just in seconds, less than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
The city was down kabisa. So it should be a wake-up call. And it's not the first time we are having this type of accident from of ammonium nitrate. We've had it from the early 90s, 80s actually, not 80s.
1920s,
1920s, we've had these explosions killing so many people.
Yeah.
And it seems that we're not learning. So, how do you confiscate that consignment, then store it in a city like Beirut, where it's densely populated? Then
And
it's
that
so
is their
secured.
main port,
Yeah,
meaning
it's
they've
their
lost,
main port.
they've
So,
lost their port.
You can imagine
basically.
Mombasa port being swept down just in under 5 seconds.
I
Something
hope,
you've
I
made
hope,
for
you know,
centuries.
I was actually, guys, I was watching, I was just following, the videos as they were being published online. I actually saw a lady who was just newly married, who was in the middle of a photo shoot, and then the explosion happened. We are really praying for peace for some of this, all of these people actually who are involved. Sasa Frederick is here and he's commenting on the story that we had earlier. He's saying, does anyone of you know someone who knows someone who is linked to the Ruiru house?
I'm willing to find out.
I need to offer myself as a
Sasa
tenant in that house. Nimechoka kulipa rent.
Sasha should come out clear and say he wants to stay in a free house.
You know?
No, I
So
think
we'll
we should be
link
the
him
one
to
to
the
go
house.
in and find out
Yeah.
for the
You
rest
know?
of us.
Inaona ati utakuja tupambane na hiyo shetani mundu. Tusalimie mgeni sana on his behalf.
We believe Shetani apendi for 20.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see that one coming.
Victor is unsettled where he's sitting. Victor, atusemi wewe.
Victor will pray for us. He will pray for us. Dennis Gitonga, you're watching from Lolongo as well. Thank you so much for keeping us company. Bianca Wawini, thank you so much as well. Guys, remember you can also call us, Facebook, Twitter, all the platforms, SMS.
Yeah.
We are all there. Now,
Even on the website.
Yeah, even on the website, Nonda,
Yeah, and then on the Lebanon people, we need just to encourage them, maybe to read Isaiah 29, verse 17. You'll read for us that verse later, isn't it?
Okay.
29, 17.
Okay.
Do you know what it says?
No.
Okay, you'll read it. It talks about Lebanon.
Evangelist
Wow, Pastor Inonda, who is not afraid of 420. Hi.
the Most High.
What a priest, the Most High.
Do you know who created 420? Who created 420?
The Most High.
It's God who created everything.
Really, the Most High.
So if you have the word or the 420, You belong to God. Ni vitu Mungu alitengeneza, yeah.
Okay, all right, okay. Guys, moving
Okay.
on. Former members of parliament who served between 1984 and 2001 will now get at least 100,000 shillings every month if President Uhuru Kenyatta will assent to the amendments made to the Parliamentary Pensions Act. Now, the amendments proposed by Minority Leader John Mbadi seek to cushion former MPs who he say have been earning peanuts as pension. Inonda,
Yes.
even before I come to you, Laura, I think we should be one-time MPs, yeah? Because it doesn't matter the number of terms you serve, as long as you are
You do
retired
your 5 years and then
And then
that's
you're out.
it. You have 100,000
every single month,
You know.
guaranteed.
So, you know, I
Taxpayer
think I
money.
should peleka this kimbelembele of mine into parliament.
You know?
You know? I be a rich person right now. There's money.
Inonda,
This
make
good,
it make sense, Bwana.
this good news for the MPs. You know, these people have been languishing. Kuna ilingine inaendesha boda. You see, in 1980s, let me tell you, these people did make a lot of money. They were not making a lot of money. Even their
And
pension.
here's the thing, Inonda, this
Their
is a very
pension was
huge
6,000.
misconception, Inonda.
No,
This is a misconception
they are
because
Kenyans. They are
no,
Kenyans. They are
Inonda,
entitled
But
to.
how many Kenyans? Wait, what is wrong with kuendesha boda boda?
I know,
How
right?
many Kenyans wanaendesha
But-
boda
but
boda?
no,
Mbona
no.
tusiwapea
They are
100,000?
no, they are not. They were not MPs.
So
They are
if
not
just
MPs.
because they were MPs,
and this is the
no one forced
mentality.
them
It's
to
not
be
the
Inonda,
mentality.
MPs.
These
Laura,
people are
Laura,
Kenyans.
guys,
They
this
deserve-
is Isabella I'm
they
ringing
deserve
right
pension.
now. Inonda,
Pension.
Inonda,
They
Inonda,
deserve
I'm about to
Inonda.
strangle
I
you.
deserve the MPs. They deserve the pension.
Inonda,
They
let
are
me
civil
explain to
servants,
you.
just like other people,
Inonda,
like the teachers,
and
the
I
Yes,
hear
doctors,
they are
you.
like
the rest.
other people. That is
So,
why we are
let's-
complaining.
Guys,
Let's give Caesar
a
what belongs to
minute,
Caesar.
a minute, guys.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, yeah? Inonda, it is this kind of mentality.
It's not mentality.
It's-
They have a right to
I-
that.
Listen, Inonda.
It's this kind of
The
mentality.
fact that you feel like this person who was amheshimiwa now should not ride a boda boda. Remember, this is public
it's not-
service,
it's not
Inonda.
a mentality.
We are
I
putting
told
you
you.
into a
Tracy.
position. If these people were actually for the interests of this country, yeah, right in the middle of a pandemic in Nonda, that is when we figure out some of these people who are legislators in these years, some of them have even actually passed away. There is no form of control in
Yeah.
Nonda that says you have to have served as an MP for this number of years. That means every Tom, Dick and Harry. And remember in Nonda, everybody else who actually gets a pension pays for it themselves. Of course, the employer chips in Nonda, but come on,
You're
you can
saying
do better.
I
Come on.
think let's start hapo kwa mheshimiwa. Nani anawaheshimu? Let's start with
Kina
that.
Inonda, kina Inonda wanawaheshimu.
Hapana, mimi personally
That's why
siwaheshimu. You know why? I should be the mheshimiwa. I am
No.
paying them.
Do you know why they
So
are
I don't
mheshimiwas?
I don't understand why
Because
someone would go into office,
We keep
work for
on
10 years.
re-electing them. That's why they feel they are mheshimiwas, and they deserve that.
No,
Yeah.
Just
I
say-
think we need to drop that
Tracy
title.
just said every Tom and Dick, whatever. These people wanaumia. Remember, before the boundaries were reviewed, we had so many very large constituencies.
Yes.
One person represent, and every month, every day, inafaa peane pesa ya matanga, ya bursary, even before the CDF came. These people are not saving. They were giving out. They were giving back.
Now, let me ask you
when they get
something.
pension,
Inonda,
also do
Nana,
that.
let me
It is
ask you
important.
something. You see this hii habit ya handouts. Unajua inaanzia wapi? Kwa ku make sure people are poor, keeping them poor so that they need you.
It's not the
So that
MPs
you
that make
keep
them
giving
poor.
them handouts.
It's us who make
Inonda,
ourselves
if
poor.
the
No,
bursary
we don't
systems
make
in this
ourselves
country
poor.
Let me tell you how
Listen,
we do
like,
that.
for instance, they cannot
let me
steal
tell you how we do
money.
that. When we jail Waluke and give out a bail of Nini, a fine of 1 billion, his people start demonstrating that they're getting our people. Waluke will go free. So who is protecting them? It's us who are protecting the MPs.
I know,
not
I
the
think
MPs.
guys,
So
it's
basically,
important
we
to
are
have,
letting
to
them.
have
basically,
context,
according
guys,
to
yeah?
you, we should
It
just
goes back to
dish
us.
out money because we don't want people to demonstrate.
Because that's how the colonial showed us.
Guys, I want us to take a short break right here. When we come back, yeah,
You can
and
imagine.
try,
It's the colonial who taught us this
yeah,
stuff.
and try to take a minute, yeah.
Unapoteza
Guys, when we
iskeli na
come
upeana
back,
shamba.
we have more stories for
We
you.
need time to fight.
Remember TV47 Kenya on Facebook, on Twitter at TV47KE. You can call in live as well. Be part of this discussion. We will be back shortly. much for keeping guys, keeping it TV47. My name is Tracy Mukami. I'm here with Emmanuel Inonda and Nyamisa Chalagat as well. And before we went on break, yeah, we had to calm ourselves down, yeah, breathe in, breathe out. Inonda,
yes.
Pole systematically. Please let us know how you're reasoning. Where is your reasoning coming from?
I want to confirm that I'm not the Ruiru tenant.
Victor is here saying, Bwana.
What are you saying?
I am telling you.
Yes.
The MP's story, yeah?
Yeah.
The fact that they're going to be receiving pension, you still haven't rationalized it for us why we actually need to give these people 100,000 shillings of taxpayer money every single month.
Are they not
for
taxpayers?
What exactly?
Are they not taxpayers?
The last time I checked,
They've been paying hefty taxes.
hefty.
Yeah, hefty.
That is the word you're going to use in
More than
Nonda.
100,000.
Do you have a relative who's an MP?
Many.
That's the reason. Right there. We should have begun there. That is where we should have begun.
See, when you become an MP in 2027, I want you to confirm to the viewers that you won't take the pension after they retire. You just told us, you and Laura, that you'll work hard to become MP, then from there you'll quit politics. So I was speaking from the both side of your mouth.
But that's where the money is apparently, because from the way you're rationalizing
don't condemn this old man.
We will.
Don't.
We will.
I feel like they're not awarding themselves the money. The people we should actually be condemning are the house that is in session right now, right in the middle of us not being able to know where our next meal as a country. You know, 20 pesa ya deni inonda. What?
It was so long time ago.
No.
So hata kama ni deni.
Let us move on swiftly. I think we will forever disagree on that one. Now, African countries are offering tourists from all over the world the chance to travel the continent and even go on safari by virtual means. Laura, if I were to take you to Dubai right now,
when are we going?
Virtually, yeah, would the experience be the same?
Yes.
Virtually. Am I going to feel the sand in my eyes?
In your brain.
If not, I'll pass. I'll watch YouTube videos.
People seem like they're actually enjoying these things. Yeah. So what happens in a virtual safari is the tour guides actually take the safari and you're seated on your device just walking through with them. You know, how satisfactory is it? Is this a good enough substitute?
Yes, we are embracing technology. We
So
are embracing technology, so let technology work. But if at all to generate income, the way it was generating before COVID-20 came, COVID-19, sorry, then it should continue. But if it's not, then let's not show ourselves how low we can go, just to get whatever we need to get. Because Africa has everything. Those people need to come here. They need to beg us to come here.
All right.
We have the best climate ever. We have everything.
Yeah, so I actually agree with you. But Laura, you brought out something very interesting. Yeah, that are you actually gonna have the feel of the actual safari that you have paid for?
It will never be the same. You can never replace nature with a virtual. You know, like with a video or even the audio, you can't replace the feel of the leaves and the wind, you know, and the sand and the water with a virtual.
Ni kama tu zile nyanya za
Setup.
greenhouse. They're different from zile za greenhouse.
Actually, we even brought it far. It's like me showing you a photo of Dubai and then you recognize one of the buildings there, and then now all of a sudden you feel like you have actually ever traveled to Dubai, yeah?
In that case, I've been around the world.
You know, I am well traveled.
I actually went to space the other day.
We need to travel virtually. It's Tanzania.
I agree with
Yeah,
you.
Tanzania.
To imagine in Nonda earlier on you are actually supporting Magufuli na Mandimu na Malimau.
No, I never did that.
All right, utaruka
I never did
too
that.
like this.
I told you Magufuli, John Pombe Magufuli.
Pombe.
When Pombe is thinking, he'll tell you about this whatever. This Paipai, Mbuzi and all that stuff. And when it comes to Magufuli, he doesn't lock the country. Instead,
Na kona Magufuli hapo.
Na kona-
His name is the padlock and his still would lock it.
I don't know when he'll start thinking like John. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think the Johns I know are sober people. I hope he's gonna borrow a leaf here. Now, police in Mozambique have warned bald men that they could be at risk of attack after a spate of killings thought to be motivated by a local belief that their hairless heads contain gold. You know, now look at you being poached right now.
Akili ni nywele, but kipara ni gold.
Yes, right. I won't be having hair.
You'll be having
So
gold
you'll be
inside
having
your head.
gold.
Islamic people are discouraging the tourists like me to visit their country because how do you just source gold from someone's head? It's the same thing that people from Tanzania are doing with albinos.
Laura, akili ni nywele na hawa ni vipara.
Na vipara ni gold. Yes. So wait. So you know I could actually go. That's a business opportunity. So I could go there. Have you seen those clips za zile wigs za wanaume, the one that they need with the glue? Yeah. That's a business.
Yeah?
I could save a few men here and there in Mozambique.
I thought you were saying
Make a bit of money.
I thought you were saying you shave men wakae kama kona ball then you sell them. So after some time the Mozambique people realize
I'm better than that.
You cannot think like that, brother.
You can't be that evil.
Let me finish.
The ghosts that was about
I was
to haunt
saying, we save that particular person. Kind kama kona kipara, like let me not mention them. Then you take them to Mozambique. After 1 week, nywele memea. They say, okay, you sold us a fake gold.
Oh.
They return back, but you have the gold in your pocket. Yeah?
All right, okay. I really hope that ritualistic killings like this, yeah, we laugh because, well, it's funny, but it's still not funny because people are actually at risk, yeah? And I hope these ritual types of killings are gonna
Anyway,
stop.
who told them this? Where did
I
this
don't
invention
know.
come from?
I don't know where this one came from.
Is it the same thought of like those people? who
Maybe
thinks
Jukipara
about
ni
this?
shiny inonda.
Oh.
Yeah.
You remember when you were kids, the way you used to be gongwad, ngoto like
Ngoto,
this? Someone would be like, uko na akili or are you worth something? You know? Oh, God.
Guys, to another interesting story here now. A loose rock, a Bentley, and a lawyer have taught Kenya one of the most expensive lessons. Now, on an ordinary day, 750,000 would buy you almost a new Probox. But this is the sum the Kenya National Highways Authority has to part with in compensation to Grand Mullah Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi, popularly known here as Grand Mullah. The compensation is the cost that this lawyer incurred in repairing his expensive, luxurious Bentley. Laura, in Kenya we have Bentleys, man.
I can't relate.
You know?
Me, the only time I would have a problem with Kenha is when I hit my small toe on like a pavement. You know. So, hey.
Inanda, I know you're a car enthusiast.
A Bentley in Kenya is not something new. Actually, we have Lamborghinis and Bugatti ndio ijafika, Zeyron. But you want to tell me that windscreen ya Bentley is equivalent to 2 Probox?
Kwani Probox is how much? Kuna mahali kuna offer hujatuambia, we go buy.
Bentley, windscreen ya Bentley in Probox 2.
Nakwambia. At
So
this rate,
the door it cost 2 Mercedes.
I am telling you. You see, Inanda, the thing that really shocked me though is the fact that the reason Kenya has to pay is because they didn't put up proper signage.
Yeah, it
Proper
should
road
pay.
signs.
It should pay, actually double that amount. Because you drive on some roads at night, then unasema ni kimungumungu tumeponea. There's no labeling, there's no marking, there's no road signs. The bumps are erected in a very weird manner. You remember the accident in Naivasha, was it Naivasha Nakuru, where the truck carrying explosive and the acids hit the bump, then it exploded, burning down so many other cars along the route. Ilikuwa makosa ya Kenha. So, had you erected a right bump on the road, then put a sign showing there's a bump there, you can avoid these such accidents, all this stuff. So Kenya should pay, actually should be 1.7 M, not even 750 M.
What do you think, Laura? Would a
But it should be
layman,
paying-
anybody
It
who...
should be paying everyone who is affected by the reckless
Yeah.
behavior on the road.
And
not
that is what I
just-
was coming to Inonda, because the
Because
fact
no
that
one
this is
can-
a prominent lawyer, the fact that this is a well-respected member of society. Laura, do you feel like this is the only reason he was actually paid by, awarded this by the courts?
Okay, like maybe the rest of the people who get affected by these issues don't report, which I don't think is true. But honestly, if this was a random mwananchi like me on my border, with that guy, we are going and then we hit something that should not be on the road. Can we go to Kenya and complain and get, like, I don't know, 50K?
You know?
Did you just say border? Okay, so
What's wrong with border?
you are the one who was crucifying me earlier in the show about the border. When I told you one of the MPs is writing
We are
about
going
the
to
border.
fight about that after the show.
Okay, let's not yield into that. But not all Kenyans can afford Bentleys. So let everyone be treated the same.
Absolutely,
Let's not
yeah.
apply that theory of all animals are equal, but others are more equal than others. No. So let them be equally paid, compensated, and instead of paying them, let's pay those who have been affected, and then improve the infrastructure. Let's label the roads. Let's put everything wherever it's supposed to be put. Then we'll avoid all this.
I actually
cost.
agree with you, Inonda, yeah?
Do you know who will pay that money?
Of course.
Just a small mganga from Tanga somewhere who has stuck his poster to a roundabout somewhere. So now Mandika FT fines, don't put your stickers here. So those people, small people will be fined. Then the grant will be
How do
paid.
you find a mganga though?
I know, utaganguliwa, utakosa
really
kujua
want
what
to go
hit
there
you.
na
No, guys, yeah?
Herehere.
Let us move on, because in the interest of time, I know the Good Vibes team is on standby, waiting for us to wrap this up so that they can pick it up from where it is that we will have left off. Now, 62-year-old Joyce Wairimo Kariuki, an ex-convict of Shimon Latewa GK prison, was on 23rd April 2019 arraigned in Loitoktok and charged with robbery. Kizungu tunaendanga break, inaenda break yote. Robbery with violence. Today, she was sentenced to that 5 years in prison following her case verdict. Yet another woman who seems to be, I don't know, outshining the men in this, 34-year-old Tracy Wairimo Ndegwa, terror suspect, on July 2020 sent 2 threatening letters to the High Commission in Nairobi, to a High Commission in Nairobi. Laura, it seems like women are excelling in crime.
Tunaongelea story ya Shimo la Tewa.
Are you talking about Tracy or the other woman?
GK prison. GK prison, my friend. Inonda, please remind her we are still watershed hours. Inonda, pick it up.
Okay, let me not talk about Tracy, but the other thug. How old is she? 60?
Thug.
How old is
Thug. What are we
She's an old woman.
She's not a thief.
Thug.
She's a thug. You know, thug
62
is.
years old when you call her.
Not even
Then it's someone's grandmother you're calling a thug.
At least she lived to at least at a Relezua when she's 90 something.
Okay.
Anyway, where was she getting the guards to steal their cars?
You know,
Yes,
first
an
of all, she's
ex-convict.
62 and then it's robbery with violence.
So she's
How
a-
strong can a 62-year-old woman
So she's a
be?
mentor. To those,
But, okay,
she's
you-
a mentor to Tracy and the others.
Hey,
And the
but
other-
if you were attacked by a 62-year-old, like I don't think I'd fight back. A 62-year-old
You
woman,
know.
like it's okay, just rob me. I don't want you to curse me in the process.
Guys, let's talk about this other suspect, yeah? Who actually sent threatening letters. One
called
sprayed with
Tracy.
an
Tracy.
she's called Wairimu Ndegwa.
Tracy Wairimu.
Tracy.
Wairimu Ndegwa, guys. Yeah? To a High Commission in Nairobi, she was arrested in Utawala yet again for trying to do the same thing. I think this one is just sick.
No, I want to know what they did to her. Why would anyone send you threatening letters? You know.
with industrial chemicals.
You don't just wake up one day
and
and
hay
start
fever
sending
pesticides.
We want to hear the other side of the story.
Really?
Because how would you just wake up and start sending threatening letters to? But I'm not surprised because sometimes back in Uhuru's first term, there's a guy who broke into State House with a knife going to stab Uhuru.
I feel like some crimes, are just borderline mental health problems.
Yeah, well, that's a mental problem.
I agree with you, Nona. And as we wrap it up, another 35-year-old woman in your neighborhood, Kakamega County, is nursing serious injuries after she was thoroughly beaten up by her neighbors. Hear this. Who accused her of poisoning their chicken to death? According to an eyewitness who recorded a video capturing the moment, the chicken died shortly after it had been spotted. You
have no idea.
The life of a chicken and the life of a woman. What is wrong with you?
You have
people?
no idea what a chicken means to the people of the Western region.
What does a chicken mean to you? Tell us.
Not to me, I don't take chicken. I don't consume chicken.
No, what do you mean? Are you not from the Western region, though?
Those particular people, actually I've seen one, he has just entered the studio right now.
Yeah, we see him.
Yeah. So, why was he killing the chicken? Maybe, I have no idea why the chicken
not
had to
to
die.
eat it. Why was she poisoning it? You'd imagine if she just wanted to eat it, she would cut it. Like, why would she poison the chicken?
So maybe she's not from that area. If you're from that area, angejua kuchinja kuku na wakule.
Or she was actually trying to hurt someone around, I'm going to poison this chicken and you're going to kill.
She's not from that area. Maybe she's from an area, she toured Kakamega, then she has no idea how a chicken is supposed to be slaughtered. But
So she poisoned it to die first.
Poisoning a chicken means you won't be able to eat it because the poison is ndani. So it will go at loss. So those people are beating her up. It's not because she has poisoned the chicken, but because she has used the poison to poison the chicken. You won't be able to consume the chicken after it's dead.
Your last remarks on this one before we go.
Kakamega is the Florida of Kenya. There is always something weird happening in Kakamega. Listen, I had a rumor that Luyas don't even eat eggs because that's like killing a chicken.
What?
Yeah, so you can imagine poisoning a chicken. Like you sat down and decided, kuku, itakapea sumu. You know how evil that is? Unaharibu mboga.
This Muluya just walked into studio telling me if you eat eggs, it's abortion of chicken.
It's abortion of chicken. I agree with him.
Clearly, this is where we need to wrap this up, guys. It's been amazing having you here. Thank you so much for keeping us company. Remember, In Other News runs Fridays, 8 p.m. So next Friday, we will be here to put a smile on your face as we dissect the news behind the news. My name is Tracy Mokami. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.
We value your feedback, welcome any comments, queries or complaints regarding our programming content. You can get in touch with us on 0768095491 or send us a message on 22047. You can also send us a letter on Post Office Box 2358 00621 Nairobi, or deliver it to our office at TV47 Office, Ojijo Close off Ojijo Road, Parklands, Nairobi.